So on to sin number 6, poor color schemes. And like font, color schemes occur if they're bad, they make your presentation poor. If they're good, no one notices them. And again, like font, that's how you should view your color schemes. And there's kind of 4 major problems that come up with PowerPoint color schemes. The first, can't see the font. Again, we've all been in presentations where the font is one color, the background is another color, and they clash horribly, and your audience can't read it. The second is the background colors do not match the layout. Oftentimes, again, we use PowerPoint defaults, or we use our company logo, and the background and the layouts are clashing, and we'll show examples of that. Third, again, lack of contrast in charts. And we'll talk about what colors to use in contrast when you're trying to highlight key data in graphs and charts in your presentations. And then finally, again, we use the defaults. If you go, again, to PowerPoint and you use some of the background defaults, they are pretty horrible in some cases. So those are our 4 main issues when it's coming to background schemes. And again, here's a perfect example right here. This is a chart that is, regardless of the data presented, the color scheme would make it very difficult for your audience to digest this information. So again, the first thing is the background color. The green is an awful color that just clashes with almost anything else you're trying to put. So again, your audience is going to be taken aback from this. Second thing is, again, 3D charts. 3D bar charts are usually not a way to go. I always use flat lines to get my point across. And then finally, again, the outlines of this chart are really difficult for your audience to see. This would be something much better. And again, I always use the white font in the back. Some people will use black to show the contrast. I just like white, but black or white are pretty much the only 2 colors you can use when you're doing a color scheme like this. We're using 1-dimensional or 2-dimensional charts, and not 3D. 3D will always come across as poor. And again, we're using colors, contrasting colors in each one of those bars. And I'll talk about that in a second, but each one of those bars stands off from the previous bar, which lets you highlight your information with a little bit more clarity. So that's a good chart. Again, this is a poor background, and again, the red on the black clashes. I don't think many people will be able to read this in a presentation, but again, I've seen colors like this come across in different briefings, and it really takes away from your presentation. So overall color, how to choose contrast or choose colors without clashing. The color wheel in PowerPoint kind of does it for you. And it's not hard and fast, but generally when you're looking top to bottom, you have hot colors and you have cold colors. So your hot colors are on the bottom of the wheel, your cold colors on the top. And hot colors are what you want to use when you want to contrast information. If you have a bar chart and you want to emphasize that you had a great 4th quarter, you would use cold color, cold color, cold color, and then the 4th color would be a hot color. That's the purpose of using the hot colors. Whatever you're trying to emphasize, you use the hot color there. The cold colors you use in the background. So hot and cold, and then contrast. Generally, again, font on background, you would use one or the other. So if your font is white, your background would be black. And generally how the pattern flows is the left to right. Again, those are your contrasting colors. So the wheel, again, kind of points you in the right direction. But again, Sin 6 is color schemes. Very simple to get right, but if you get them wrong, it really will affect your presentation.